Lovely to see everybody here. We are actually going to start with a very special video from Sam. Give us a wave, Sam. He's here today, but he's pre-recorded a special message for us to start the show with.
Hello everyone, a good evening to you all. My name is Samuel Wambayo again. I want to thank you for being with us tonight, especially as we reminiscent and celebrate the end of 2022. It's been a hard year in general, but together with your support, we've been able to achieve some remarkable things together. Thank you all for your support. Over 200 kids have been able to be kept at school through our sponsorship project. Over 100 kids have been rehabilitated at our home for abandoned children, and over 90 trained in our skilling meeting project, inclusive of carpentry in our communities. We've given millions of food packages this year through our food banks. We've trained over 35 safeguarding officers who are our first responders in the communities, and together they have worked with over 60 cases of violence against children and domestic abuse. There's so much that we have accomplished together. But thank you so much. But also, Uganda is generally not indifferent of what is happening around the world. It's being hit by the economic conditions that each and every other country is facing. But for us, being a developing country, it hits us so hard. And having said that, I would like to really thank you for making sure that our work continues to run and we continue to reach out to these vulnerable homes, the children and the families. Looking forward for a great night and a better New Year 2023. Thank you. Enjoy the night.
Oh, hello everybody. Welcome to our Christmas celebration. My name is Jess. If you don't know me, I am the fundraising manager here at Kids Club Kampala.
And I'm Lauren. I have recently just joined Kids Club Kampala as their new fundraising officer, so it's so nice to meet you all. And I'm so excited to be part of such a festive celebration. That was our executive director, Sam Wambayo, welcoming you all here today. And letting you know how your support has made a difference in Uganda this year. Before we get started, just a few housekeeping things. We are recording this event. Do feel free to turn off your camera if you don't want to be seen. That's absolutely fine. We also ask you to keep yourselves on mute, especially when we're listening to the performance, just to avoid playback noises and sounds. There will be an opportunity to chat amongst yourselves during our team quiz. And last but not least, we hope that you enjoy yourself and it should be a great evening.
Yes, thank you. It's so lovely to see lots of familiar faces and a lot of new faces. Thank you for people who brought people along, invited their friends and family. It's always great to reach new people with our message. If you are new here, welcome to the Kids Club Kampala community. We are a children's charity working in Kampala in Uganda. Our mission is to support vulnerable children, providing for both their immediate needs and strengthening their futures through feeding, skilling, educating and protecting. Our vision is to see lives transformed, communities empowered and poverty reduced throughout Kampala's slums. Do sign up to our newsletter. I believe there is a link in the chat which Andy is very helpfully putting in there. If you want to find out more about our work or you want to be more involved, yeah, do sign up and you'll find out everything you need to know about Kids Club Kampala.
Okay, so who's ready to feel festive? Hands up.
Hands up. Who's ready? Yes. I am definitely ready to feel festive. I have my Christmas jumper on. Which you can always see, some tinsel, which I ran and found today. Don't think I could feel more festive if I tried. Can we see some Christmas jumpers? Give us a look.
A reindeer.
Give us a
big
spin.
bobble nose.
Andy is actually famous in the Kids Club Kampala office for his very, very, very wild Christmas jumpers. So yeah, we've got lots of festive treats in store today, including a performance from our Ewafe home,
a Kids Club Kampala Christmas poem.
We have the wonderful Esther Peacock, who has recorded not one, not two, but 3 beautiful performances.
And we have Christmas games.
Lovely. LJ, can you tell me some of your favourite Christmas songs?
I would have to say my favourite was Last Christmas.
What happened?
Well, I was rocking around the Christmas tree.
Who provided the music?
The little drummer boy.
Was he good?
I would have preferred A Silent Night.
Lovely. There's great Christmas songs names there. Well, did you know the children at our Ewafe homes in Uganda's favourite Christmas song is Feliz Navidad, and they've sent over a very special performance. By the power of technology, they are joined by our performer Esther. So if you're ready to press play, Luke is on our tech today, we can get our first performance underway.
Hello, this is Ewafe home, and we wish you a Merry Christmas. My name is Emmanuel, tukusinza, tukwebaza, omulangira obulungi. Emmanuel, tukusinza, tukwebaza. Emmanuel, tukusinza, tukwebaza, omulangira obulungi. Emmanuel, tukusinza, tukwebaza. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart.
I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart.
There, but that was great. Thank you, Esther, and thank you to all the children at the Ewafe home for performing that. It was great. I've watched it so many times now. I think I know the moves off by heart.
Yeah, learning it as we go.
yeah.
Amazing. So now we're going to move on and we're going to talk about hope and what hope means to you. I don't know about you guys, but this Christmas I am hoping for extra sprouts on my Christmas dinner. Unpopular opinion, I know. Hope can be all sorts of things though. However big or small, hope is very unique to each person. We may all agree though that hope is a belief that things will get better. For our communities in Uganda, having hope for a better future means believing in themselves.
Our supporters, that's everybody here today, whether you've been around since the beginning or you're new here. You give us hope each day by being a part of the Kids Club Kampala community. We know that no matter how hard things get globally, how we may all agree that things have been quite challenging these past years, but with your hope and your support, we've been able to reach so many people over the past few years. And we just want to say thank you for giving us this hope each day.
Yeah, definitely. This year, just as an overall look at it, with your support, we've managed to provide 562,000 meals to families, supported 3,500 vulnerable young people with counselling, provided free education to 253 children, and supported over 200 women and young adults with skills training. And with your support and a little bit of hope, we aim to reach even more children and families in 2023. So we would like now just to quote a verse from the Bible, from Isaiah chapter 40, verse 31. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint.
Thank you for that, LJ. We're going to have another performance from Esther now, singing one of my personal favourite carols, which is Oh Holy Night. As she sings, we'll be sharing messages from our communities of what hope means to them. If you would like to share your own message of hope, please do in the chat box. We would encourage everyone, if they feel comfortable, to just pop in there what hope means to them.
Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Saviour's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees. Oh, hear the angels' voices. Oh, night divine. Oh, night when Christ was born. Oh, night divine. Oh, night. Oh, night divine. Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Saviour's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees. Oh, hear the angels' voices. Oh, night divine. Oh, night when Christ was born. Oh, night divine. Oh, night when Christ was born.
Wasn't that beautiful? Oh, it was amazing. And paired with those meaningful quotes of what hope means to those living in Kampala made it so special. Thank you so much, Esther, and thank you to all those who shared what hope means to you. There have been some amazing, amazing posts in the chat box, just to pick out a few. A reason or lots of reasons to keep going. That each new tomorrow will be brighter and better for all wherever we are. I think they are some powerful, powerful meanings of what hope means to you. So thank you so much, everyone, for sharing. Now it is time to mingle and jingle with the Kids Club Kampala community. We're going to split you all into breakout rooms to complete our Christmas quiz as a team. Each group will be competing against the other, so work together to come out on top. Get to know each other, take the time in your breakout rooms to have a discussion, and make sure that you put all of your brains together to make sure that you get all of the answers so that you win. So I believe we will be heading out to those shortly. A lot of people have shown up, which is amazing. So hopefully between us we will get some good answers. Yeah, it should be good.
Oh, I think I'm ready. So there are 4 groups. Each will be held by a team leader, myself, LJ, Andy, and Luke. And my team will obviously win. No, but there is a good chance of some friendly competition here. So I'm just gonna send you all an invite to join a group, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it all goes to plan. You should get a little notification and then send yourself to your group. Lovely. Thank you everyone for taking part in our quiz, and congratulations to our winning teams. We are now going to pass over to our CEO, Olivia, who's going to talk about Kids Club Kampala's future plans.
Great. Hi, everybody. And thanks, Jess, and thanks, Lauren, for hosting us so brilliantly this evening. And I hope that you like my festive attire. I've got my Christmas jumper and my Christmas earrings. But yes, thank you so much for joining us this evening. It's really great to see so many of you here, so many familiar faces and some new people as well, which is lovely. Thank you for giving up your time on a Thursday evening to celebrate with us and to talk about the work of Kids Club Kampala. So as we've already talked about, we have had a difficult year, but I know lots of people have, and the last few years have been quite challenging really, with the COVID pandemic and now the cost of living crisis. But we are so pleased that despite these challenges, we are still continuing to have a huge impact in the lives of so many vulnerable children and their families and their wider communities. And this is all thanks to you, our supporters. We're an organisation that relies solely on the generosity of other people, so your support really does count. And thanks to you, we have been able to continue to support vulnerable children and families to survive and to thrive. And I know we've talked about some of the impact stats already, but just to repeat some of those, this year so far, and the year is not even over yet, we've provided 2 162,000 meals to vulnerable families. We've helped over 1,000 children to get access to education. We've provided vocational skills training to over 200 people, and we've been able to rescue over 35 children from abandonment and place them back into safe families. And this would not have been possible without your support. So thank you, thank you, thank you. It really does mean so much, and it's lovely to have so many people here tonight to celebrate all that we've been able to achieve together to really make a difference. Looking forward to the next year and the next few years, this is a time of year where we always reflect and look back, where we also look forward, and we've been doing lots of planning around what we're going to be doing next year and in the few years to come. And really what we're hoping to do is to help our families and children and communities to not just survive but to thrive. So our sort of mission statement as a charity is to help vulnerable children to survive and to thrive. And so much of what we've been doing, particularly over the last few years, is helping people to survive. When the COVID pandemic hit, as many of you know, we repurposed our education classrooms into food banks, and we have been providing families in crisis with food to keep them going, to literally help them to survive and keep them from starving. And we were hoping for these food banks to only need to be running for the COVID lockdowns, but sadly the cost of living crisis means that the food banks are still running, and they've actually never been more needed. Our Ewafe project for abandoned children that rescues children from situations of abuse and abandonment. We have never seen such high levels of demand for this project, and we've actually had a 200% increase of referrals to the project in 2022 than we have ever had in previous years. So the need is really great, and we are doing so much to help people just survive, to help children get access to safe spaces, to help them have access to child protection services, to safe adults, to a safe place to live, helping families get access to food, but also helping children in need access clothes and housing and medical care. So much of what we're doing is helping people to survive, and that is so, so important, because in a lot of instances, if we weren't there, they probably wouldn't survive. That is the reality. So we are so proud of the impact we are having, but long term, we don't want to just help people to survive. We want to help them to thrive and to get out of poverty for the long run. If it wasn't for poverty, we wouldn't need to run our food banks. If it wasn't for poverty, we wouldn't need to help support children to go to school and with education, because their families could afford it. And in fact, if Uganda as a country wasn't in such poverty, they would probably be able to afford free education for all of the children, like we're so privileged to have here. If it wasn't for poverty, we wouldn't be seeing such high rates of child abandonment and child abuse, and having such high rates of referrals to our Ewafe project and to our counselling and other child protection services. Really, what we want to be able to do is see poverty reduced throughout Uganda, throughout Kampala slums in particular, and throughout the communities that we are serving at the moment. Long term, we want to help people move from just surviving to really thriving, to be all that God created them to be. And we believe that one of the best ways to really help people to thrive is to help them get out of poverty for the long run, by providing them with vocational training, with skills, with business sense, helping them to start their own businesses, helping people to gain employment and to get themselves and their families out of poverty for the long run. And one of our big focuses for the next year and for the coming few years is going to be on this poverty alleviation work. Yes, our food banks are still going to be continuing to run until they're no longer needed. But if we don't focus on helping people get out of poverty by helping them to start their own businesses, helping them to gain employment, helping them to build a brighter future for their families, then we will never be able to help people stand on their own 2 feet. And we believe in breaking that cycle of poverty for good. That's why we're helping people get access to education. And that's why our vocational training projects are so important. So that is kind of what our focus for the next year in particular is going to be around. And at the moment, we are running a Christmas campaign, which is all about this. We're aiming to raise £30,000, which is a huge amount of money, I know, but this money is going to enable us to open a brand new vocational training centre in Neguru slum. Neguru slum is one of the biggest slums in Kampala. It's nearby to our office, so it's the nearest one. But we've only been working there since 2019, and the need in this community is just overwhelming. It's one of the biggest food bank distribution centres, and we really want to help this community in particular to get out of poverty. Our vocational training centres in Katanga and Kanyanya are having a huge impact, and we're seeing so many stories of people, particularly women, but we do also work with men as well, but we are seeing so many stories of hope, of families getting out of poverty, of parents being able to provide for their children and no longer need to rely on our other services. And we want to bring this to Neguru slum. So we are raising money to open a brand new vocational training centre, which we are going to call the Hope Centre. Do you see there's a theme here? We're going to call it the Hope Centre. And the aim of this centre is to give people hope, to empower them to get out of poverty, to give them skills, business training, and also hope for the future. And what is really exciting, we've already mentioned it, but what is really exciting is for 1 week only, so actually until Tuesday next week, every single donation to this Hope Centre will be doubled. So if you were to donate £5, that becomes £10. If you donate £20, that becomes £40. If you're to donate £75, that becomes £150. And £150 can buy a whole sewing machine, so that can help a whole family get out of poverty. So if you were able to make a donation, that would be incredible, and it will go such a long way to helping people have hope and to break that cycle of poverty for the long run. If you aren't able to donate, that is not a problem. We really appreciate everybody's support so far, and we know it's a difficult time. But if you'd be willing to share news about the campaign, if you're on social media, do share when you see us posting about the Hope Centre, when you see us posting about our Double Your Money campaign, please do share that. If you have friends and family who are going to be asking you, what have you been doing this evening? Tell them about Kids Club Kampala, invite them to join our newsletter. We would love more people to hear about what we're doing and to be part of the story. And the other way that you can help, if you were the kind of person that prays, we would love your prayers as well, because we've got a very ambitious target, but also we know we've probably got a tough few years ahead with the cost of living. And we really do believe that prayer works, and that, we can work together to help these vulnerable people to survive and to thrive. So I think the link's been put in the chat for the campaign, but also for our Facebook page. If you're not already part of that, do join and do share some of our posts. So yes, that's all from me. I just want to again say a massive thank you to all of you for joining us tonight. And I know so many of you here already donate or sponsor a child or have been doing fundraising for us, so thank you. Every single penny really does count, and we really appreciate your support, so thank you very much.
Thank you, Olivia, for that great speech. And I would just like to reiterate everything you said. It has been a difficult year, but every like on Facebook, every share, every newsletter, sign up and read really does mean so much to us. So keep it coming, everybody. So I believe we've got one more game coming, Lauren.
Yeah, so we do have one last game to play. So the fastest fingers are going to win this one. We're going to show a slide on the screen, and basically it's going to have some pictures on it. All you have to do is type what you see in the chat box and name the Christmas song that's being shown. So when it comes up, there will be an example so that you know what we're on about, because saying just say what you see might sound a bit more complicated than it is. Yeah, so when it comes up, the first person to type what they think it is, or say it out loud, but yeah, if you pop it in the chat box, then we can see who says it first. Boom.
Esther was right on it.
Amazing. So does everyone understand what we're going for? Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Nice.
Okay. So now we are going to move on to our first proper question. If you all type in the chat box what you think, fastest fingers win. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Can't see where to type it.
Go.
Oh yeah. Oh,
There you
no.
go.
I can't see where to type it.
Hey,
Very
well done, Corey.
Very well done. Okay, everyone ready for the next one? So next question in 3, 2, 1.
This one's a bit hard, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Anyone up for the challenge? Anyone got any ideas?
Ooh, Emma.
Very good.
Emma was right in there.
Amazing. Okay. Everyone knows what's going on now. Everyone knows the plan. So we're going to move on to the next one. 3, 2, 1. Say what you see.
Say what you see.
Boom. Esther again.
So
quick.
These young fingers are getting it quick.
I know. I can't type that quickly.
No,
It's brilliant.
And have we got one more?
Last one. 3, 2, 1. Who's going to be first?
There we go.
Who was it?
Corey, Matt, and Esther. That was pretty much at the same time, I think.
Very well done.
Well done. If your Christmas song was mentioned there, give us a wave. Or your favourite Christmas song was mentioned. I am a fan of Oh Christmas Tree, Oh Christmas Tree. That's a good one.
Yes, very well done, everyone.
Lovely.
So now, moving on, we are going to hear from Sanyu, Sandra and Annette, who work in our Ugandan office, as they perform the Kids Club Kampala Christmas poem.
Lovely.
It was the night before Christmas, when all through Uganda, children were sleeping, waiting for Santa. Kids Club Kampala had tired them out. They had lunch, and then ate, then kicked a football about. Let's hear from our projects about what they do to help people in Uganda, just like me and you.
The Ewafe home protects young people and children and gives them a home to love and be loved in. Here, children are safe with a roof over their heads and sleep cozy and warm, tucked up in their beds.
Now let's move on to talk about feeding. The prices of food are always increasing. Still, volunteers deliver to families a month of ingredients for nutritious recipes.
Next comes our educating project, for school is not free. Education is a rarity, but we disagree. Running Monday to Friday all through the year, children gain knowledge for their future careers.
On the topic of skills, next is our skilling project. Moms, dads, and graduates gain future prospects from tailoring and knitting to carpentry. The certificates they gain improve their employability.
Last but not least, we aim to protect children and young people from hurt and neglect. We do this through counseling, football, and more to make sure these children are not ignored. And now it's time to talk about you, your endless support and the love you give too.
For without you, we simply couldn't be. So we would like to take this opportunity to say a massive thank you.
And this last part, we stress, Merry Christmas to all and to all. God bless.
we will be sending this around in our email, so you can share it with your friends and family, listen to it on repeat to spread some Christmas cheer in your household. Yes, so I think we're coming to an end now.
Yes. Have you all enjoyed yourselves?
Yeah, it's a lot of thumbs up. That's great to see. That is great. Thank you so much all for coming.
Yeah, thank you. We would love to stay in touch with you. So please do sign up to our newsletter. And if you've liked what you've seen tonight, invite a friend to our next event, or invite us to talk at your church or your community group. We would love to stay in touch with all of you.
Thank you. The great thing about Kids Club Kampala is it's such a great story to tell, and we love telling it. And you may have heard it many times before, but please reach out to any churches or Rotary clubs or community groups, and we'd love to come and share our story with you all. We are going to have one final song, and it is also performed from Esther. And to give you a clue, if you have a Christmas tree nearby, you might want to rock around it for this one. We'll continue to play some songs afterwards, and you can hang around, ask any questions, join us for a little chat afterwards. But if you have to go, that's fine. Thank you so much for joining us. And thank you so much for joining us and spreading some Christmas cheer. Olivia's just going to come and say a quick goodbye.
Yes, don't really have much to add, but thanks, Jess. Just want to say again, thank you everyone for joining us this evening. It really does mean such a lot. I've had a brilliant time. Thank you so much, Lauren and Jess. You've been brilliant hosts. Let's give a little round of applause. So thank you so much for that. And yes, thanks everyone for joining us. I hope that you've had fun. I hope that you've been inspired. And we would love your feedback as well. So please do get in touch. Tell us what you enjoyed, or, you know, what you'd like to see more of or less of. And next time we do, throughout the year, we do have various online events where you can kind of hear updates about what we've been doing. So would love your kind of feedback and input into those as well. But yes, just want to say a massive thank you again. Really appreciate your support, and if you are able to donate to our Christmas campaign, please do, and if you're not able to, please could you help us to spread the word and spread some more hope, you know, so we can continue to have the impact that we are having and continue to reach more people. So yes, thank you. And I know it's a little bit early, but it is the 1st of December. So I want to just say a big official Kids Club Kampala Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody. We actually have a few people here from Uganda who would also like to say Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Uganda. Merry Christmas.
That's great. Thank you very much. We'll play one more song. Feel free to stick around, have a chat. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining us, and a massive Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Rocking around the Christmas tree at the Christmas party hop. Mistletoe hung where you can see, every couple tries to stop. Rocking around the Christmas tree, let the Christmas spirit ring. Later we'll have some pumpkin pie and we'll do some caroling. You will get a sentimental feeling when you hear voices singing, let's be jolly. Deck the halls with boughs of holly. Rocking around the Christmas tree, have a happy holiday. Everyone dancing merrily in the new old-fashioned way. You will get a sentimental feeling when you hear voices singing, let's be jolly. Deck the house with boughs of holly, rocking around the Christmas tree. Have a happy holiday. Everyone dancing merrily in the new old-fashioned way.
Feels so Christmassy already. Don't even birds. How festive.
Lovely.